I'm beaten awake by the sound of a phone call. The light of morning sneaks in between the curtains, 5 a.m. Who would call me at a crazy time like this? Either the selfish witch or one of my irresponsible acquaintances. I check the display. The king. The number you have called is no longer in service. Please wait 3 hours and try calling again. I'm gonna need more than that to tell what you're talking about. Is it important enough to wake me up at this hour? Because I was woken up before dawn after staying up late. I'll kill him. I will definitely kill this guy. The round table? I always thought that Gasai is a member of the round table. I guess not. For Babylon? I made a mistake. 015. So, why are they looking for the dragon? Does the king give them land if they slay it? That's not the dragon's fault. They're just whining about our self-defense and putting us on their shields. It's sick. Another selfish person crosses his legs on the other end of the call. Is interesting really the right word? So I guess they give themselves the names of the real knights of the round table. Takato Nanase, one of Huhur's connectors. She called herself an envoy of the round table. What do you mean, masters? That's a hell of a name. What? Kurori was tracking Nanase? Nanase might have attacked Kurori. She didn't seem like the type to do that, but anyone can get desperate. For instance, if she had to in order to keep the communes a secret. Would she go that far? It might not have been Nanase, there are 4 other people in her commune. I can think of several possibilities. Are you sure about that? So it's more trustworthy than a rumor. I was planning on talking to them at some point anyway. They must have regular meetings somewhere, right? Do you know where and when? The sun falls behind the buildings, creating long shadows. An old legend says that suspicious people gather during the vague time between midday and night. The footbridge in front of Takakura Station. 6 people have gathered at that standard meeting place, those of us connected to Babylon and Kagome. We slip through the noisy crowds shortly before the going home rush. We lower our voices for a secret conversation. She shouts, happy to see Mayuki.
そんなにしがみつかないでください、ベニオさん。それに、まゆまゆではなく、まゆきです。あと、さらに加えると、久しぶりというほど会ってなかったわけじゃないですよ。
先週は顔出さなかったよね。
バイトで超忙しかったです。お昼ご飯と晩ご飯が一緒になって、朝と昼がわからなくなるので超ムカつくでした。とても抜けられなくてヒーコラですよ。
Mayuki's breathing is unusually rough today. Work must have really stressed her out.
食べるために俺まで呼び出しやがったのか、水は。
伊沢さんもお元気そうで何よりです。
She greets him and bows. Huh? He's not arguing that? That's a strange reaction for a prickly mad dog. Prickly.
幼女趣味は脳が腐る前兆だぞ。小ネズミ。
Why is she saying that? You're not supposed to say things like that even if you're thinking them.
私は小さい頃から正直者だからな。うるさいじじいに桜を切ったのは誰だと言われた時も、秋人がやったと素直に答えた。
You made me do that.
前の決着。この場でつけてやろうか、ヘビオン。
Izawa refuses to admit defeat no matter how many times she beats him up. Well, we're in a hurry, so I'd better get to the point. I explain the situation concisely. First, Kurori. She's missing and avatars are likely involved. She was apparently tracking a key member of the Round Table. Next, the Round Table. Apparently, we've upset the Knights of Justice.
ラウンドってどういう連中なんだい？
ネットの話をひっくるめた限りでは正義の秘密結社らしいですけれど。正義の秘密結社？
That implausible phrase makes Benio's eyes light up with strange stars of idealism.
なんだかよくわかんないけど、かっこいい。
As for the details, let's turn to Mayuki sensei.
そこまでおっしゃるなら致し方ありません。
Help me, Mayuki sensei, the round table.
先に言っておきますが、今からするお話はネットの情報を合成したものです。出どころが怪しいものもあるので注意してください。
She pushes her glasses up with her middle finger like a lecturer.
さて、ラウンドというのは2年前最初のコミュ、いわゆる第一世代が現れた時にコミュのいくつかが合同で立ち上げたカバルです。いくつものコミュがグループになった大きな集団をカバルと呼ぶらしいです。ラウンドは現在のコミュネットでは最古で最大のカバルと言われています。まあ2位以下はぐんと規模も格も落ちますから。
与党さんなんだ。
ラウンドの方針は簡単に言うなら平等と平和と秘密主義です。すべての接続者は少女 A のもとに平等であるから偽善はない。
Equal under girl A? Does that mean girl A is their god or something or what?
アバターで暴れたり組同士争うのはもってのほか。平和のために問題があれば話し合って決めましょう。
ますますいけすかね。
最後の秘密主義はよくあるやつです。一般社会との圧力を生まないためにコミのことが大っぴらになる行動は禁止。表沙汰になりそうなら隠蔽とかもしてるみたいです。秘密主義のせいもあって新しいコミの噂があると七瀬さんみたいな案内人が接触してラウンドに加盟させちゃうらしいですね。
So I'm thinking we need to go talk to these people. What do you guys think? The communes are managed democratically.
水はてめえは女が消えたから手がかりが欲しいってだけだろうが、俺に何の関係がある？
You're the one who pissed them off by swinging Babylon around. We both say exactly what we are thinking. False friendship is wonderful. Sooner or later, they'll contact us again. Going there ourselves will give us more control over what happens. On the plus side, we should gain a connection with the largest commune organization. You are safest standing under the biggest tree. On the downside, we'll be exposing all of our members. Depending on how the roundtable responds, that could put us in a bad position.
私たちはビギナーですから、とにかく情報がいると思います。
おはるさんは長いものとっても大好き。
A strange obscene phrase. Mayuki's priority is gaining information about Communet. Haru says it's safer to have the largest organization backing us. I agree with both of them.
私も賛成。かなり興味あるし。
I'm guessing the idea of a secret society fighting for justice tugged at Benio's heartstrings.
好きにしろ。
The witch sees no value whatsoever in the round table unless they have clues about Kururi. So, Izawa, are you opposed?
いや、俺も行く。
I wasn't expecting that answer. No way.
ぶち殺すには相手の顔を見とかねえとな。
Izawa bares his canine teeth in a happy smile. The mad dog really is a mad dog. A strange group to swim through the business district with. We'll draw a lot of eyes we don't want on us. Kagome and I could have done this by ourselves.
てめえにこそこそやられるのは性に合わねえんだよ。
Izawa speaks sharply. Blunt words are the most comfortable right now.
言っとくぞ。てめえが気に入らねえ。そこのヘビ女も気に入らねえ。ついでにあの7だか8だか抜かしやがった女の仲間。ラウンドの連中も同じくらい気に入らねえ。
前をうろちょろするな。邪魔だ。
てめえはいつも。
They always try to intimidate each other no matter where they are.
もっと仲良くすればいいのに。
None of us are that compatible with each other.
時間の合わなかったまゆまゆはともかく、おはるさんを連れてこなかった理由は何？
We need to hide as many of our cards as possible.
秋人にしては 上出来だ。
Kagome can't blend into the heat on the business district. Her hair remains black even with all 7 colors of neon on it, a pitch black that doesn't mix with anything. In every era, it's heroes and monsters that gather the most attention, the glow of something beyond the masses, someone isolated by their abilities. There are 6 of us, not 5, but 6. The Black Dragon and the Witch both count. Nanase thinks Kagome is the 5th person. That gives us a one-woman advantage for later. It may make the difference between life and death. The new Heart's Pleasure District, we pass through the middle of it, where groups from Beijing are continually fighting with the local Yakuza, and head to the eastern edge. Are you sure this is the right way?
てめえの聞いてきた場所が間違ってなけりゃな。
Isawa walks in front. The pedestrians open up a path for him, as if he's cursed. This is close to his territory. It's like his backyard. A back alley a fair distance away from the pleasure district's noise. The shops along here all have their shutters closed. One of them has an open door to a staircase leading underground.
ここだ。
保証もなしか。三流だな。
Were you a child soldier or something? We head down the stairs with only emergency lights to guide us. Apparently, this place used to be an underground casino. 5 years ago, after the terrorist attacks happened, this building needed such huge repairs it was abandoned. No one's bought it since. There is a guard outside the door at the bottom.
排除。
Once Kagome activates, she's a bomb. Learn to control yourself.
そいつの節度ってのは爆弾にも導火線があるって話か。
You want to talk?
伊沢は人のこと言えないし。
The guard was a weak-looking man with glasses. I feel rather sympathetic, since he was probably forced to do this. All groups have a hierarchy, be it a country or school. It's always the commoners that draw the short straw.
節度か。くだらん建前だ。世界というのはな、秋人。
That's a heavy subject. The Black Dragon infiltrates the knight's castle. Isawa kicks down the door. At his feet lies a poor god who took a punch to the solar plexus. A staged scene, like a shot in a movie. My heart shrinks when I realize how much of a show we are making. The fast-paced techno music flows out from the open door. The room has moody lighting and extensive decoration. Too nice for an abandoned casino. Kagome looks around the seats with indifference and disdain. It's picturesque.
あなたたち、水輪くん？
Yep, it's me. I wave my hand and say hi. The room remains tense. I feel like their collective glares might burn me. It's far too obvious that we are not welcome here.
秋人は
Benio tugs on my sleeve.
弱い犬ほど群れるってわけだ。
おい綿貫、見張ってろって言ったろうが。
The god they called Watanoki is already out cold.
この役立たずが見張りすらろくにできないのかよ。
I glance at the number of people in here is more than 20. They have nothing in common other than being young. The idea that all these people are connectors doesn't faze me. At first glance, they look harmless, but they could manifest steel monsters in an instant. Ultimate tyrants stronger than any ordinary military unit. The ones that stand out the most among this extremely dangerous gathering are those sitting at the round glass table in the middle. Literally knights at a round table, the legend has been re-established in modern Japan. There are 12 knights in total. I recognize one of them. Takato Nanase. Because of our sudden and violent entrance, she can't decide how to react.
そいつら七瀬さんの知り合い？
そうです。この間、リアルでエンカウントした。
ってことは噂の人たちってわけ？
噂されているぞ。有名税を取るか？
Why would we do that?
まあいいさ。
Who's that?
いずれは来てもらうつもりだったんだ。手間が省けて助かる。話も早い。そういうことだから好み落ち着けよ。誰か綿抜きを連れて行ってやれ。
ふぐら、そいつはうちのユニットだ。外から余計な口出してんじゃねえよ。
そう凄むなよ。
Kugura.
誰かが怒鳴るばかりだと話が進まないから俺が代わりにやってるんじゃないか。感謝してほしいよ。君らもそう思うだろ。
He realizes the round table isn't that happy, so he asks us. He sits perfectly naturally in the center of his chair. He looks good enough to be a small-time entertainer. He acts like a big shot though, possibly on purpose. He talks lightly but with an adult demeanor and a tendency to look down on us. He stands out a lot. There is some opposition from the peanut gallery, but this man has the skill to back it up, so no one revolts. I guess he's the chairman or speaker or something. Are you the leader here?
いや、知らないだろうから説明しておくと、ラウンドは合議制なんだよ。ここにいる13人。あと、1人欠席しているけどね。マジェスティック13といって、それがラウンドの運営会。
The Majestic 13, huh? MJ13, now that sounds like a secret society.
カエサルの野郎。66定例会にも出てきやがらねえ。
Konomi's been hot-tempered from the start. He looks like the martial arts type with a slicked back hair and a leather jacket.
落ち着いてくださいよ、コナミ君。
This guy's a slender pretty boy type. His voice is soft too. He feels young and looks well raised.
落ち着いてるだろうが。お前はいつも一言多いんだよ、上白。
I guess Konomi isn't important enough to get a sprite, huh?
それは申し訳ありませんでした。
で、ラウンドの議長はこっちの川端。まあ今日のところは細かいことはいいだろう。
下のよく回る野郎だぜ。
Izawa spits on the carpet, brewing more hatred.
誰から聞いたか知らないけど、ラウンドの会合は大概ここなんだ。定例会が月2回、あとは臨時会。今日は臨時会だけど、その議題は他でもない。君らのことなんだ。
Oh, what a quinky dink. Thought so.
ラウンドのこと、どれくらい知ってる？
Not a lot, just hearsay on the net.
それだけ知ってるなら十分だ。細かい話は抜きにしよう。俺は久倉光一。ラウンドの運営の一人。ランスロットってわけさ。
Lancelot, huh? Despite introducing the chairman, he starts explaining everything himself. Do they also have an Arthur?
さて、この高倉市にどれくらいのコミュがあるのか。正確な実数は俺たちにもつかめてない。ただ、君らが今考えているよりもずっと大勢のコミュと接続者が覚醒しているのは確かさ。
The round table members chat amongst themselves. Their anger stinks me like a fish skin disease. The organization that prides itself on equality and cooperation is torn between Nanase and the chairman.
初めて少女 A が目撃され始めた頃に情報交換してたサイトが俺たちの前身ってわけ。
On the right are 6 people, counting Kugura. On the left are 4. I'm guessing these are the old and new members. It's a common situation. The new guys demand equal standing, while the old guard say they're the ones who've been doing all the work.
今では高倉のコミュのどれくらいかな。上白。
そうですね。7割くらいは加盟してると思いますよ。
That's quite a lot. That's impressive. I'm the only one making safe responses to keep the conversation going. Izawa is acting extremely annoyed by all this. Benio is staying quiet because of all the angry eyes on her. Kagome looks like she's glaring at a piece of pork on a butcher's floor.
そうだね。あえて言うならラウンドは法なんだよ。
おい水は、このすかしたトンチキは一体何を言ってやがるんだ？
なんだ？ずいぶん口が悪いね、彼女。
Sorry, this guy is a bit of an idiot. I grab Izawa's shoulders and pull him toward me. Cool down and shut up for a moment.
なんだと？あのふんぞり返ってる野郎の前に、てめえの減らず口から倍の大きさにしてやってもいいんだぜ。
Despite that, Izawa is lowering his tone of voice. That proves he's calm.
人が集まれば分かってるやつだけじゃなくなる。バカも増える。うまくやっていくにはルールが必要になる。そのためのラウンドなんだ。だから俺たちは今までもそうやってきた。コミュネットでの生き方の規範をコミたちに示してね。それでも面倒事っていうのはなくならないけどな。
Law protected by the Knights of the Round Table. May the blessings of God and justice grace their swords. There's a K missing here. Are we one of those problems?
七瀬から聞いてるかもしれないけど、ラウンドは コミュを一般社会から隠すのが基本方針なんだよ。俺たちがこういう力を手に入れた人間だって力のないノービスが知ったら何かと面倒だ。その理屈は分かってくれるよな。
ノービスの連中にはどうせわからねえよ。少女 A だって見えねえんだから。
それはけれど私たちだって何かを分かっているわけではないですよ。どうして私たちが選ばれてこんな力を与えられたのか。
理由はあると思いますよ。一時期少女 A にもう一度会う方法があるという噂も流れたじゃないですか。
He starts talking about something unrelated to the topic at hand.
おっと悪いね。ちょっと話がそれたけど、君ら
I'm Izawa. These three are Kagome, Izawa, and Benio.
了解。とにかくさ、水渡しのコミュ何かと派手にやらかすもんだから目立ってるんだよ。
I'm slightly bothered by how quickly he uses my name without any honorifics.
水輪が下手踏んで騒ぎが大きくなるのはまずい。目立ったコミュを狙う切れた連中が君らに目をつけて騒ぎを起こす原因になるのもまた困る。
Like big case. So, what do you want us to do?
ラウンドに加盟して従ってくれればいい。ラウンドの後ろ盾があれば簡単に襲ってくるやつもいなくなる。いいことずくめだと思うけどな。
One question.
どうぞ。
What's the membership fee? Several people burst out laughing. I tell them we'll think about it and we head back to the surface. Nanase comes with to escort us out of the business district. Her long hair shakes like a tail. Something's bothering her. I can read it on her face. Kurori was following Takato Nanase. She doesn't seem like the type to do bad things in secret, but you can never judge women by their appearance. 6 to 4 odds, it's true. Not strong enough to ask her directly. Is this the right number for you, Nanase-san? I open my phone and show it to her. It's displaying an image of Kurori instead of my wallpaper. I press a button to bring up Nanase's phone number.
はい、間違いありません。
No reaction to Kurori's photo. I don't think she's tough enough to hide it that well. Was the king's information wrong? By the way, what happened to the man Kagome hospitalized?
デイビッドですか？3日くらいで退院しました。
The witch's spell was broken. For some reason, Nanase starts staring at me.
あなた、水輪くん、思ったよりも大物なんですね。
I am?
ラウンドの会合に乗り込んでくるなんて、そういう人だとは思いませんでしたし。頭が悪いと言われているぞ、アキヒト。
Don't translate it. I am a big man. Starting tomorrow, you have to worship me.
なんとなく嫌だ。
湾岸に沈められてえのかてめえ。
The outsider's opinion has a low approval rating.
それで、ラウンドの加盟については、早めに返事をいただければ。
And you'd prefer it was yes?
今年に入ってから新しいコミが増えています。ラウンドもその対応に追われていて、理解のある加盟者が一人でも増えてくれれば正直助かります。
The witch ridicules the Knights of the Round Table. By the way, Nanase-san, it looked like one of the 13 was missing today. Who was that? The 13th seat on the Round Table. In Arthurian legend, that was the cursed seat that only Galahad could sit in because he found the Holy Grail.
一番新しい円卓鏡、カエサルと呼ばれています。ハンドルネームですから、本名も素顔も知る者はいません。
The lone woman at the Round Table reveals a complex grievance.
自ら円卓に加わると名乗りを上げて認められ、それまで12人だった円卓鏡を13人にした人物です。カエサルがコミネットに現れたのは1年ほど前ですが、人前に姿を見せるのは稀で、そういう時でさえ顔を隠して現れるので。
That certainly is suspicious. So no one knows the identities of anyone in that commune.
それに彼の行動はラウンドの方針と食い違うことも多くて、何かと問題になっています。
Maybe something like a double agent. He's not joining you for meetings either.
そうですね。
She smiles bitterly.
誰も彼を知らない。知っているのは その称号と力だけ。こういう言い方が許されるのなら、彼は王です。
The king?
自らの名を冠した軍勢、カエサルレギオンのただ一人の。
軍勢？
Benio furrows her brows at that dangerous word.
現れてからわずか1年の間に、カエサルは多くの武闘派コミを打ち破り、制圧し、統合し、従えました。それがカエサルのレギオン。
If she calls him a king, don't tell me it's a Gassai.
それって、つまり武闘派のコミのカバルですか？
単に武闘派というだけではなく、カエサルレギオンはこれまでにない規模で組織され、統率されたコミの集団です。カエサルと彼の従える無敵のアバターエル・アライラー、そしてカエサルレギオン。
Invincible?
カエサルが現在コミネットで最大の力を持つ接続者の一人であることは、ですから彼がラウンドに加わってくれたのは喜ぶべきことだったのですが。
Superior power and will. Most of all, he doesn't need to follow others' rules. There's only one appropriate term for someone like that. Sounds like a hero.
うぜえ連中だったぜ。
Izawa stretches, looking as if he was let out of a cage.
私たち、これから何がどうなるんだろう。
Benio hasn't been talking much tonight. She looks down and walks ahead of us. None of us can predict the future. I don't think Benio found what she was after in there. What she wanted doesn't exist anywhere. Whether it's the Holy Knights of the Communette or the Round Table, all there is are realistic human interactions. Jealousy, envy, hatred, discord, rank, control, classes, motives. The Round Table swallows up all desires equally. Benio called herself an ally of justice and dreams of using the power Girl A gave her for that purpose. She might not be able to reach what she wants. She stood up straight on her tiptoes and reached out. But her fingers never grasped anything but empty air. We'll have to think about how we want to handle the Round Table.
アキヒト、
The witch turns into a blade. I'll get cut if I touch her, so I hesitate to even speak to her.
つけられているな。
Under a bridge far from the bustling business district, we weren't led here, but we did lead them here. The train rushing over our heads grows distant. I only hear us breathing and the din of the city from far away. Before a second train can pass over us, footsteps approach us from the darkness.
何これ、もしかして俺ら誘われてんの？
いいじゃん、手間省けるしさ。
んでさ、例の連中こいつらで間違いないわけ？いざやってから人違いだったりしたらやばくね？
Who are these
まあ
people?
別にいいけど。
More than 10 people come out of the shadows one after another. All of them are young and wearing flashy outfits that don't go together. When they walk, chains jingle around them, just like any other youngsters in the district at night. With one exception, every last one of them has the disgraceful smile of a human targeting defenseless prey.
ねえねえシュウちゃん、本当右端の子でいいの？
間違いねえって。あの顔、例の学生書と同じっしょ。
へえ、高え。てかなんて読むのこれ？
お前ばっかじゃね？
うるせえよタカ。竹川はベニオ？
They're targeting Benio? Why? The men juggle around a plastic case. It probably has Benio's student ID in it. The smirking red-haired guy in front was called Shu. I can read it on his face. The game's about to begin. The same as a hunt. The prey runs and the hunter chases. A game they can't possibly lose.
あなたたち、
The men completely ignore Benio's reaction.
でさ、コージ、どうすんの？やっちゃう？
カブラ屋の込みの件もあるし、油断はできねえからな。シュウちゃん、さっさと片付けちまおうぜ。それに俺明日早いんだよ。
もったいねえよ。ほら、せめてアバター出してもらわないと、ここまで頑張ったのに無駄足じゃね？それにさ、 可愛い子たくさんいるし、せっかくだから楽しませてもらおうぜ。
Let's kill those guys. He gets excited with a lewd smile.
かぶらや善次郎か。
誰だそいつは。
He was connected to the giant we fought on the hill. Which means these guys are big case. Beginner killers. I don't know how they found us, but they're right here, right now. Benio gulps at my side.
なんだ、かぶら屋のこと知ってんじゃん。そうそう、あんたらがやったかぶら屋だよ。
Benio hums like a stone. She hadn't heard it before, but that is the name of someone she killed.
てめえから来ておっちんだ。あの巨人と繋がってたバカの仲間か。その仇討ちってわけかよ。
Isawa grows as he looks at our enemies. He sets his sights on them like a wild animal. The men react with cheer as if to say, that's more like it.
悪いんだけどさ、ベニオちゃん。アバター出してくんないかな。そうじゃないと死んでも死んないよ。
ま、どの道やっちゃうんだけどな。
もうめんどくさいからやっちまおうぜ、シュウちゃん。
まあな。俺も面倒なのはごめんだし、さっさとベニオちゃんと遊びたいんだよね。
The red-haired man's gaze cuts into Benio. She grabs her shoulders and takes a few steps back, not from fear, but from definite anger.
あなたたち、丘の上で襲ってきた連中の仲間なら。
The man's muffled chuckling proves they are.
どうしてあんなことしたの？私だけじゃない。他の子だって死ぬところだった。それに、他でも同じようなこと。殺してるって。
よく知ってんじゃん、ベニオちゃん。物知り。
アバターが壊されたら死んじゃうって分かってるくせに、どうしてそんなこと？
What she says is perfectly common sense and a total waste of breath in this situation.
バカ。
The reason is simple. If you can step beyond formless things like conscience, morals, and logic, this gentle kingdom is filled with freedom. The separation between people couldn't be more complete. You never feel any pain from hurting another. A shred of malice is enough to usurp everything a stranger has. They can control, subjugate, and violate them. It's a sweet temptation. A chill runs down my spine. It's closer to anger than terror. Against these assholes plundering lives just for fun. The kind of people who can violate another human being with a smile on their face just for their own pleasure. I can't stand to let them live another second.
出してくんないの？ベニオちゃんのアバター。俺って気は短い方なんだよね。出さないんならさ、このままやっちゃうよ。
Okay then, let's take care of those guys next time on Komyu, Black Dragon in the Gentle Kingdom. Thanks for watching, and until then, bye bye.